Good evening, and welcome to NoChaNoMa, Simon's Living Room. Here I am, glass in hand, and we'll be just discussing the relative merits of various kinds of sake. I'm just going to have a quick, lubrication before I introduce my guests. Oh, that's good. Look, I've been waiting for that for a long time. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce my very special guests who've joined us here today. I better go into comments because I've got people in comments. Hey, it's Peppo. Hello, MDA87. Hello, Alas. Hello, Mindy's mom. Hello, Mindy's mom. Mindy's mom is from my guest's neck of the woods, so that you can discuss where you are relative to each other as soon as I introduce them. And here, without further ado, all the way from California, my very special guests, it's the Japanese Sake sisters. Ray.
Hi, I'm Shino.
Hi, I'm Coco. We are Japanese Sake sisters.
Hello.
Hello, kanpai, by the way.
Kanpai. Thank you for your invitation, Simon-san.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
We're so honored.
Oh, you're getting hello girls from... Can you see the comments? They should be...
Yes.
Yes.
I
All right.
can
Hello girls from Mindy's mom.
Hi.
I can't see. Hello.
Oh, yes. On your phone, you might not be able to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you switched the phone.
That's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
That's okay.
to my right here on the top right, this is Coco. And underneath me here, this is Shino.
Hello.
And they are collectively the Japanese Sake sisters, who are a corporation also.
Yes, we have passion to promote Japanese sake and culture around the world, based in US. Yes.
And for those of you who don't know, and that's probably most of you, sake has become quite popular. Not only in Japan, in recent years, it's become very popular in Japan. At one time, it wasn't so popular, but now it's become quite popular. And indeed, people around the world are discovering it. And the Japanese Sake sisters have a mission to promote that and make more people discover it. I can highly recommend it. If you haven't tried it, please do try it. But the question is, oh, that's my phone telling me I've started. And the question is, how did these ladies come to discover sake? Is it something that they were brought up with? Is it something that they've known since they were children? Did they have sake with their dinners? Let's find out. I shall start with Coco. How did you first come to discover sake, Coco?
Actually, sake, I'm from Nagano Prefecture. It's in the middle. When you open the map of Japan and point it in the middle, map, middle Japan, that's Nagano. Mm-hmm. And Nagano has a lot of sake breweries. And then because we have mountains, we have great waters, and then temperature and so on and so forth. So sake has always been around me, and then since childhood, but I didn't pay so much attention because, at that time I was not really enjoying the strong alcohol at that time. But when I came to the States and started drinking more alcohol drinks, and I enjoy wine and also beer and so on and so forth, but really just recently, like a couple of years ago.
Oh, right.
And then I started, I've known Shino for a long time, and then Shino's been involved with sake industry for more than 5-6 years. And then she started talking about sake, and I started again, tasting more premium sake. It tastes very fine, flavorful, and aroma is beautiful. It almost like wine in some of the ginjo level sake. So I really rediscovered that the great characteristic of sake. So for me, it was like 3 years ago, I finally discovered. And then, so I just, from Japan, so I wanted to do something with it. So that's why it was the beginning of the Sake Sisters for me.
So I mean, it's a little bit like me. I came to sake quite late too. I mean, but Shino, I mean, as Coco has said that you've been involved with the sake industry for 5 years. But before that, when was your first experience with sake? What would you say?
I think I have the same experience with the Coco. I was not a big fan of sake when I was in Japan. And when it came to the States, I went to a bar with my friend in Beverly Hills. And I had a first sake-based cocktail. And that was not good. So.
Oh, right. I was thinking that was amazing. No.
No, and that was my best. That was my worst experience for the cocktail. So I hate that. And but that was not good sake. So after a couple years later, I had a chance with some of my friends gave me a gift. It's a really premium sake. And I tasted, it was, just amazing. It was just, it blew my mind. So I thought, okay, that's different from the, first one. And I started kind of like it. And also when I start with my own company, my first client was a sake brewery. So, and then I started, learning more.
Okay,
and
lots of free samples.
Yeah. Free sample, and I also pay myself. Not everything's free. I spend my money.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but so I the more I know about the sake, it was, I didn't know about it very much, even though I'm Japanese. So I started liking more, and the more I talk to breweries, and the more tasted different type of sake with a different type of food, I like more. So now it's one of my favorite drinks.
All right.
So I realized that so many people back in the 80s, people kind of, I think many people had the experience of, drinking hot sake, but at that time the sake quality was not good. So now I also discovered the great, a very refined, premium sake that tastes so good. So we wanted to kind of change that stereotypical image of sake. And especially also that just recent, I started drinking a lot of sparkling sake. That sparkling sake tastes so good. And then actually it's very well received in the States as well. So we just wanted to kind of share the more advanced or updated information about sake.
Yeah.
And they also drink together.
Naturally, yes. I mean, kanpai again. You notice that.
Kanpai.
Let's explain what before we down it. Let's explain. You've got some. You've got some junmai ginjo there.
Yes, junmai ginjo. This is rice polishing ratio, which is that the rice is milled down to less than 50%. So this is very, very high quality premium, so that you can enjoy more aroma and also fruit flavor. And it's close to, I think you would say, the white wine kind of, quality. So this is junmai ginjo.
And you're drinking it cold.
Yes.
Yes.
In a wine glass.
So, and Shino, what do you have?
I have a nigori. It's milky, cloudy sake, and it's from also Nagano, from Hiroko-san's hometown.
Kanpai. And I'm drinking a Californian junmai ginjo. So they do make sake in America too.
Kanpai.
Kanpai. We'll be doing a lot of kanpai tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
That's good. So you have a lot of access to Japanese sake in where you live?
Not as much as I would like. You can get it online, of course. There are like suppliers in Belgium you can go to. But you can't, for example, walk into a supermarket. I have about half a dozen empty bottles of Hakushika. And junmai, which is about the only brand that you can get in the supermarket here. It's not bad, but you don't understand, you don't appreciate the full range of sake that's available. The only other way to get it is to go to Asian supermarkets and hope they've got there's some that have got a few bottles in of different varieties, and it all depends how much you're prepared to pay as well, because it's quite expensive. But yes, the variety isn't here.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah. So yes, next you can come to Europe and promote.
Yes, we should do that.
Yes.
But it's hard because that so the export amount to the US is getting very big, from Japan in the sake industry. But right now, because of the pandemic and so on and so forth, the shipping is a big problem right now.
Yeah.
So it could be, we're gonna have to wait until so the price might be a little bit up in the near future, I wonder. But
I'm just thinking, I mean, this is a Californian one, produced presumably in a brewery in California, and a lot of, for example, here you can get Japanese beers, but when you look on the bottle, it says produced under license, so it's brewed here. By just a regular Belgian or European company, but under supervision from. So could that also be an option? Is that something that is an option, or is it exclusively Japanese sake imported that you're trying to promote?
We can do both, because there are over 20 breweries. The American people, they own and they produce sake in the States, about 20 breweries, and they make great sake too. But since their production is not like big, so most of them stick in their own states. But some of them, like let's say, there is a brewery in Brooklyn, New York. The sake called Brooklyn, New York, the Brooklyn sake. So they kind of going to expand their production, and I see some of them in California too. So I think that's one of great example. You don't have to stick with your own state if your product is great. Many people wants to try it, and also I know one brewery from Japan. It's called Dasai. It's a very famous sake company, and they going to build. They just started building their own factory in New York.
All right.
Yeah,
So they'll be using American water and American rice, and then they won't be importing all the raw materials. So they'll be using rice grown in. Because I've been reading up on sake that it uses specific. You can't just use any rice. You have to use a specific.
So
rice.
the first they say that the water they're going to use the New York water, but they say the quality is very good, close to Japan. So they tasted and
New York State. I'm trying to think of the water quality in Manhattan doesn't strike me.
no, it's from Manhattan.
Outside.
And they can't build a factory in Manhattan. So they say the water quality is good, but the rice they're going to produce, they're going to ship from Japan. So
right. So to make sure that they get and presumably the koji mold as well.
Yeah.
I was looking on a PDF about that the molds and even the yeast are actually sort of cultured and sent to the various breweries and so on. Yes.
Yeah, so we covered, we featured one of the sake brewers called Yaegaki. They are from Japan, but they've been in the United States for a long time. So they finally started, making their own sake in California, Northern California, that is, using sake rice, very premium sake rice called Yamada rice, Yamada Nishiki. And the water and the quality is similar to Japan, so that they made 100% made in California sake lately. So I think we have more breweries from Japan or here and try to make their own sake here. Right. I think in the future. And then if we have the opportunity in the future down the road, maybe, right?
So right now, we focus Japanese sake from Japan, but eventually we can do like more collaboration if we have an opportunity, that'd be great. We don't need to like stick with like a company from Japan. Our mission is to promote premium Japanese sake and product. So maybe we can do the collaboration for something for fun.
I'm just wondering now. I mean, is it a reversible situation? Would Japanese companies or would the Japanese import American sake?
Maybe.
It does happen.
Yeah.
It does happen.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think because there are 23 American-owned sake breweries in the nationwide in America, but they came up with a very unique way, like the label design so different, and then they came in a can, which is more accessible for I think American people, so that
American people in the audience, do you like your strong liquor in a can?
I'm part of American too, but I think they're more creative way and the more American mind marketing strategy. I think if you can combine that with good sake, I think we're gonna do much more in the States. I think.
Yes, you catering to the audience, as it were. Yes, you know your audience, like I know mine.
Of course you do.
You do better.
I'll just say that some people have popped in who haven't. Hello, Cobrat. Cobrat is also from your neck of the woods. Hello.
Are you
Englandese is actually from Onoda. I've got it right this time, Englandese. Onoda, not Ube, but Onoda in Yamaguchi. But he's English and he's married to a Japanese lady.
It must be very early in the morning, right, in Japan?
He may have just popped in and fallen asleep again because it's 3:00 in the morning.
Right? I'm surprised.
Yes. He does have a very young child, so he could have got up to change a nappy or something.
Or bathroom break or something.
Yes, there we are. I'm on a mobile phone. You can watch Simon NoChaNoMa anywhere.
UFO, thank you.
UFO Bob's here, of course. It's a nice. Are you partaking, UFO Bob? I mean, I did say for my American friends, you can have for your 11s is crack out the sake. But I noticed that Mindy's mom doesn't drink alcohol, and that she's a cheap date. She said.
Where is Mindy's mom? Where does she live? Mindy's mom.
Mindy's mom. Where do you live? I know it's in California.
California. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that far from UFO Bob, I don't think. But yes, you can mention it in the comments.
So you have a lot of audience from everywhere.
Yes, most of the world, really.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a large chunk missed out. I used to have a Russian viewer, but they've disappeared.
Wow. No comment.
It's a bit too early for Bob to partake. We'll have one for you, Bob.
Thank you. Yeah.
So,
everybody knows we are having a little bit sip so that we can talk more.
Yes, by the end of the show, we'll have found out everything we need to know about Japanese sake systems. And speaking of which,
nervous. This is our first
we were talking before. And you sent me some background information, and then. Both ladies are heavily into sake and promotion of sake, but that is not the roots of where they came from. Now, Coco has explained that she came from the middle of Japan, Nagano, and went to America. But why did you go to America, and what did you do there?
Because I grew up liking watching the Western movies with next to my dad. The dad likes Western films and also the American films and so on, so Hollywood film. So I think I grew up in a little bit influenced by that. And also I have an elder brother who listened to rock music from UK and Europe and America. So I kind of grew up, I grew up in the middle of the countryside, but I always wanted to go out, outside to the world. And then somehow I wrote the poem when I was like 5th grade, I'd like to go to California. I don't know what's there, but I can find something that there if I go, or something like that. So I had some dream on coming to America to just experience Western style living at that time, I guess. So I came to the States to go to college, and then after college I went back to Japan to work for the publication companies for a while. But I was at that time a little bit more Americanized, so I felt like I need to go back, and I came back to the States and then started working for Japanese American film production company, and it was founded by the Japanese renowned producer called Taka Ichise. He's best known as the producer of The Ring and The Grudge and all those J-horror movies. But so I was hired to be as his assistant, production assistant, and then producer's assistant. And later, I've been there for 15, 16 years, and then became the vice president there. But I had a great experience, learning about Hollywood system, so that I have a lot of network in Hollywood. And at that time, The Grudge was a huge hit in the U.S., so that led to the studio first look deal over the Fox 21st Century Fox, so that I get to learn what's going on in the middle of the Hollywoods and stuff. So I was in the film background, and after that I got an opportunity to work for the Japanese entertainment company called Amuse, and based in Japan. And then they are like a total entertainment company. They started as a talent management, artist and musician, actors management company. But they became big, and then now they produce films and TV shows, and also they invest, partially in that Broadway musical. So the 2014, they decided to open up the U.S. Subsidiary in California. So I got the opportunity to kind of oversee the U.S. operation of the Muse. And then there I got involved with musicians like Baby Metal or the One K-Rock. They, when they tour abroad, we support that talent management. Also, we kind of hold the event where the Japanese IP holder, like animation or TVs or stations from Japan. And then we kind of present their IPs to the Hollywood studios producer to do the matchmaking, to create more remake opportunities and so on and so forth. So I was heavily involved in the film, and then later in the music as well. And then I'm still involved with and I work as an advisor of the Muse USA. But my passion towards sake kind of grew. So I still get involved with the film industry. But one day I said, Shino, I want to do something with sake with you. And then that's how we started Japanese Sake Sisters. And this is totally kind of different world, but actually we believe that entertainment and sake, collaborate, work very well. So and then I'm going to talk a little bit about this sake, but this is a truly collaboration of the entertainment and the sake world. Oh, thank you, Simon. So, and then this is our first project, and then so that's what we like to do. We like to kind of present sake in a unique way, in a different way from now on. Yes. So
this particular side, it's just well, we've got it up on the screen. This is your latest sake. It's that you're involved in, and I was curious about the name of it. It's Bleed Them Dry.
So this is the illustration is done by the worldly famous illustrator called Yoshitaka Amano. And he's known as the illustrator for Final Fantasies or the Vampire Hunter B and Gatchamans and so on and so forth. So very famous. And the producer my producer friend created the concept called Ninja Vampire, and then later it became American comic book, and then that American comic book's title is Breathe Them Dry. And,
I see. Yeah.
And then since the producer and Yoshitaka Amano, we have known each other for long, so Amano created the key image for the Ninja Vampire / Breathe Them Dry for the American Comic Project. And the American Comic Project was launched last year and was doing well. So in the celebration, we decided to produce sake and then, launch this sake in the US this fall. So we made that the press release last week.
And what type of sake is this?
This is Junmai Daiginjo.
This is the premium quality.
Very premium.
Right.
And then very rich. And then flower-rich flavor.
So quite delicate,
Yes,
despite the fact that you've got like a raging vampire. Just a quick because Mindy's mom was asking, are you both in Southern California? Because she's near Orange County.
Yes.
There we are.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. There we go.
Los Angeles.
So our office is in Torrance.
Yes.
I think
She
Mindy's mom
know.
and Cobra know
so
that area.
Mindy's mother, Southern California too. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and
Yes.
and Cobra is as well if she's still there. Yeah.
So
They've been on my show. They've only been as avatars, but I hope at some point in the future, in their second appearance, they may appear. But I shall respect their wishes if they prefer to be anonymous again. But yes, they've been on there. They're very popular. They're known as the mod squad because they moderate on other YouTube live streams. So
so that's good. So I'm sorry I talked too much, but that's how I came to the States and then got involved with the film industry and then now involved with sake.
Cobra grew up in Torrance. There we are.
Hi.
So now it's Jiko Shokai for Shino.
Okay.
How did you? Where were you from in Japan? How did you get here? Why are you here? And can you still headbang? Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, so I grew up in a city. It's called Kamakura. It's a very, very old city in Japan. And I grew up in the beach side, and I love my hometown. And when I was about 10 or 12, I watched a Hollywood movie, and that was very interesting. So that's the first one. I kind of got into the English or American word. And one of my friends, like Hiroko-san, same situation. Her older brothers listen to heavy metal. So I got into heavy metal words. So I didn't listen like a Japanese pop when I was young. I just straight into the heavy metal. So yeah. I loved it. And
did you have all the gear? Did you have the sort of the leather jackets and the leather jacket and tight jeans?
Black jeans, the bag, and the long
oh my gosh.
We should have had some photos. We should really should.
And then when I was in like a high school, my high school was very strict. So I kind of put in all my t-shirts, black jeans, everything tuck into my bag. And after school, I just straight to the live house. So I love my school days. And seriously, I wanted to be a journalist too. So I wanted to go to States for learn journalism. And I talked to my parents before I graduated high school, and they said no, because the United States is so dangerous country, you can't go. And I said first time, okay, so I stay in Japan like a couple of years, but I wanted to go so bad. So I talked to my parents again, and they say finally, okay, you can go. So I came for college, and I studied journalism. And after I graduated, I got opportunity to join the Japanese wire news company. It's called Digipress, and they have over I think it's over 30 or 40 locations in the world. So they, write news, send it to Japan, and I was working for Juji Press as a sales manager about 15 years, and I loved my job. I went to a court, and I wrote a story, and I also met many Japanese VIPs, and I love my job. But one time, one of my clients asked me, he wants to open his sister company in Los Angeles, so he asked me to, open his sister company for him, and I said, okay. So it's going to be a new challenge for me, but it's going to be fun. So I joined the new company, and the first client I got was he was from Japanese brewery, sake brewery. So and I started visiting the restaurants, supermarkets to promote his sake. But obviously, I didn't know about the sake much. So, many people asking me different type of questions I didn't answer. So I was, I had to do something. So I took some classes, and I have some certificates. And now, and after
So now you can brew on your own.
Not yet.
But talk about it.
Yeah, it's a different story. And I got some more clients and to promote their sakes. And I work with many restaurants, distributors, and it's fun. So, to promote something different, something from my own country. And, one time, like Hiroko-san said, she wants to do something with sake project. And we started, we formed the LLC last year. And we started, a YouTube channel last year too. So here we now.
So now you're gradually building experience on YouTube. One question, because you came to America, you did all this, you did your journalism course, but America, of course, sort of is a hotbed of heavy metal. Did you go out and see concerts while you were here, while you were there?
Just one time.
Oh. Just one time. You came all that way and just went to one concert.
Yeah. So after I came college, I got into different type of music. So
okay, right.
That's why.
So she did all the heavy metal thing in Japan, but I used to go to at that time it was the beginning of late 80s to the beginning of 90s. So it was a lot of heavy metal clubs. So I used to go there every Saturdays and stuff.
Right.
I didn't know Shino was into heavy metal.
I was very serious.
You changed. It was like different changes, as it?
Yeah.
So now, I need to know. I need to know now. I've been. I don't know how much I've had of this. But I've been drinking Junmai Ginjo, and so, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, if you have your sake to hand, or if you have your pen and paper and you're interested in learning, we're about to find out what a good sake it consists of, and I have my bottles here. I'm going to try them. I've been drinking Junmai Ginjo, which is, as Coco was explaining, it's quite light and it's quite aromatic, and it's the top quality of.
Did you try to smell it?
Have a quick smell. It smells like sake.
Can't you smell?
Yeah. I mean, I've only really ever had Junmai Ginjo. So every time I smell sake, that's Junmai Ginjo. So this is. I mean, now we have to test. I'm going to test this. This is also from America, I think. It says.
Yes, you said
product of the US. It says.
Yes, okay.
It's 14.5%, so it's quite potent.
Okay.
But it's dry. So I'm not quite sure. Perhaps Shino can explain how a dry sake. I think if you add brewer's alcohol, it makes it drier.
Yes, it makes drier, but it's called Junmai. Yeah, Junmai Ginjo or Dai Ginjo. Yeah, when you add when you adding distilled alcohol to make taste sharper or drier. when you see the label, it says either Daiginjo or Junmai Ginjo.
So Daiginjo is the sweeter version. Is the
Daiginjo is a more polish ratio is higher. So
right.
More rice you need to make sake, because when you polish outside of sake, you just need the core of the rice. So the more polish outside, you can take only small amount of inside of the rice, core of the rice. So when you make in a certain amount of production, you need to more rice. So that's why the price is going to be expensive.
Yes,
but you can say Daiginjo.
So Simon-san, so that the word Junmai, if you can find the word Junmai, that means no brewer's alcohol is
it's
added.
Just it's purely been brewed on, it's fermented on its own. It's the alcohol is produced.
Right.
And I was reading up that the alcohol can only active the it's mold. Koji mold, which is used for miso and all kinds of fermented products in Japan, but that's sprinkled over the rice, and it's that causes
into glucose and tannin into
it turns the rice into sugar. It turns the starch into sugar, but then it's brewed in more or less in a regular way with yeast. The yeast. So I thought when I first read about sake, I thought, it's alcohol from mold. I've never heard of that before. But no, it's the mold prepares the rice.
Yes.
The koji mold prepares the rice ready to be fermented by the yeast. So once the mold has done its job, it's a standard, relatively standard process. This is like 3 stages. Adding the mash and the water, and 1/6 of this and 1/6 of that, and it takes 2 weeks of this, and that's why it's expensive.
And then it used to call. Still call. People call it rice wine. But the method is closer to the same, almost same as the beer making, rather than wine making.
Yes. Nobody treads in barrels of rice with their bare feet. Right. This is me opening my. I'm going to. We had. You had a. Do you have any other varieties with you, Coco, or are you just going to stick to the BDM, BDT?
I can bring. If you, I can excuse. I can get.
Yes, you go get and Shino's going to crack open the other one. And this one is not cloudy. The other one was cloudy because the way it's filtered. We forgot to mention that sake is filtered. Yes. Which it gets rid of all the bits. Which it didn't do. And
actually, they do. But the mesh is very rough. So that's why you see the all,
it's filled. Yes, the mesh that they filter it through is quite large.
Yeah,
but sake up until about the 16th century wasn't filtered, or up about the Edo period. Yes, that's right. It wasn't filtered. So it was if you want sort of authentic looking period sake, go for the cloudy looking one, because that's what sake looked like. So all this clear business is quite modern. So I'm going to try this dry sake now. I'm curious because I've only ever had Junmai Ginjo. I better wait until Shino comes back. Coco? It's me. I'm mixing you up again. Too many glasses.
Well, people ask us, we are the actual sisters. We can know.
So I got this. It's called Kikusui, different kind of Kikusui brewery that the Shino is holding. But Shino recommended this Funaguchi Kikusui.
Funaguchi, yes.
It's a Genshu.
So it's straight from the tank.
Yes.
Straight. It's just straight from. Huh? How do you mean? Just like straight from the fermentation tank? You tap it off.
No, yeah. Straight from the tank after you filter. It's straight from the tank. You didn't add water. to because this one
Yes,
is the alcohol ratio is higher than regular sake because no adding water.
Oh, right. So this is 20%. Is this
It's
20%?
It's 19% actually.
19%. Yeah, because I read that.
Yeah.
Yes, they
say-
reduce it normally to 15 by adding water. Yeah.
Yes, and they say nama means no pasteurized.
Yeah, it's very fresh.
Ah, yeah. So it's so there's no.
That's why I say it's from straight from the
Is
can.
it hiire, or the pasteurization process?
Pasteurization is hire.
Yeah. Okay. I've done my reading.
I know.
In the 8 hours before I did the show.
Thank you, Simon. Okay, here is my second.
All right, we're getting a question from Mindy's mom about sake.
Kanpai.
She's saying, what is considered a nice sake to gift to a Japanese person or someone who knows sake? What would you recommend?
Wow. I recommend if you know the person where they from, you can search for their hometown sake and give it to them.
Ah, I see. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So that it reminds them their hometown. And for like Japanese, some of them very, very how do I say, it's very picky when they choose sake. So it's better to bring something from their hometown. Otherwise, they say, "Oh, I don't like this. I like this," and
Yeah.
So
they can't argue if it's from their hometown.
right?
There you are, Mindy's mom. Yeah, you have to Google where they're from and see if there's a sake brewery from that region.
I would say if they like kind of light wine, maybe ginjo might be good. But if they like, I don't know, whiskey or more strong kind of flavorful one, could be junmai. Do you think, Shino? What do you think?
Oh, well, she's saying where her Okusama's family is from Ofuna.
Ofuna?
Yeah.
Ofuna? Kanagawa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It says.
Is there any good sake from Ofuna?
It's not Ofuna, but close. It's same. How to say? It's not state, but same region. There is some sake breweries, and I think some of them starting, distributing in California. I think this year, next year. So
Yeah, she
so you're just in time.
My otosama's family is from Shizuoka and Tokyo.
Who?
Tokyo. I don't know any breweries in Tokyo.
Mindy's mom's otosama.
Otosan?
From
Tokyo?
Shizuoka and Tokyo. Shizuoka and Tokyo. Do you have any recommendation from Shizuoka sake?
Shizuoka, they have some good breweries, but I can't name now. So you can Google.
It's always.
Google.
I've been Cobra has told me to don't forget to smell it. And it smells like sake. It smells slightly different to the.
This is very ricey, and this is so good.
Yeah,
it's so 20%. Round, a little sweet,
14.
savory to it. Yes.
Hang on.
So, how do you like it, Simon?
I'm going to. I've not tried it yet. I'll try it because this is dry. I'm curious what dry sake does.
It's very good. Wow.
Yes, you can tell it's dry.
Dry?
Yes, it's it doesn't have that sweet kick that you get with the junmai ginjo.
Junmai ginjo, yeah.
Yeah, we featured some Niigata sake in the last episode, and then characteristics of Niigata sake is always quick, crisp, and dry, and then I can tell when it's quick finish. But this one is really good, and round and lingering.
I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm a finish. I have to.
So when you say it's dry, you were drinking it dry, so it might be quick finish, maybe.
Well, I want to.
It feels quite fruity on the sides of my tongue.
Yeah.
And more fruity than the junmai.
Yeah. Most of the time, it happens.
I've got one left to try. All the others are empty. These are the ones that I've acquired over my years and my visits to Japan, and I got this one. This is a rather nice one. I like the packaging for this.
Oh my gosh!
This is
Beautiful.
this is
very
Kuheiji.
From?
I'm not quite sure where it's from, but I bought it in Tokyo. I was with. If you saw, I'll show you the chap that bought me it, because I shall show you my first ever experience of sake, and you can all laugh. Right. Is it here? Transfer. Is it transferring? No, I'm transferring. Did I miss it? Oh my God. I'm here. No. What happened? No. Is it there? No. Oh, hang on. I go here. Is there a playlist? What happened? Oh, wait a minute. I know what to do. Hang on. Bear with me, audience. The audience is used to this. If I go here and put this...
Shino, this is good.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay.
I like it. Very good.
This is me drinking my first sake. In a izakaya in Nagoya. And they brought with a masu.
Masu, yeah.
And they started pouring this, and I thought, what's going on? They're spilling it.
Yes, they overthrow it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is from one of my videos. That's me being very delicate and slurping.
But that was good.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I had to put the masu then on my bowl of what remained of my bowl of chicken of pig's intestines, which is a Nagoya speciality. And that's my friend Ed tomorrow. And this is how we drank it. You had to drink it from the.
Oh, I think audience want to see in full screen, Simon-san.
Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, maybe not.
Full screen.
So did you pair with like a Japanese food, like sashimi or sushi?
Yes. If I just go to the other bit that's me. Like, I couldn't drink it all. It was too much.
So you and your friends were at izakaya,
Izakaya.
right?
Yeah, that's the sashimi and the pig's intestines.
Yeah, so
Pizza.
it should be izakaya, yeah. So you tried many different small dishes?
Yeah, that's the chap there in who bought me this. Hang on. I have to go back here. Who bought me this? The chap in the video there. He very kindly, we were in Tokyo Station and he wanted to get me a present because I was leaving.
Right.
And he bought me this bottle of Junmai Ginjo.
Woohoo!
You know,
And there's a tiny little bit left in it, just as a memento. But it's about like 6 years old now, so I don't really want to drink any of it. But I thought the box was cool.
Cool,
You know.
yeah. You know, I googled it, and it's from Nagoya.
Oh,
Right.
From Nagoya. Yeah.
That's probably why he chose it then. He's
Yeah.
from Nagoya, but he works in Tokyo.
do you know the name of the brewery, Shino?
It's called Banjo Shozo, Banjo Brewery from Nagoya. Nice.
Do you remember it was good? Tasty? The flavor?
I think it's Junmai Ginjo, so it was nice. It was yes, vague. I think, like I said, this is the first time. This Ozeki Dry. This is the first time I've had anything other than. And then I'm going to try this one, which is this one has got sugar and acidulant, and so this will be quite light as well. It's got the one that we looked at earlier. I can't remember what it's called, but it's also Junmai. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything
Ginjo.
sort of any different kind. I've had in Tokyo. Hang on, I've got the. I should do this, shouldn't I? Yeah, sorry. I had frozen sake at a stand-up sake bar in Ebisu, which was interesting. You took the can out of the fridge and you banged the can on the table and opened it, and out came a lump of frozen sake, which was rather good.
That's interesting.
That was quite cool. And the only other kind I've had is amazake, which isn't. I mean, it's sort of sake, but not really. Yeah.
I didn't used to amazake. No.
Amazake is getting popular in Japan too.
Very popular.
Very popular. Non-alcohol types are available too. So sometimes it's when it's like Edo period, when the summertime is very, very hot and there's like a vitamin or available in the Edo time. So people start drinking, amazake, or they have a lot of, how to say, nourish in sake. Yeah.
So it's basically the leftover. It's the leftovers from sake making, isn't it? It's like the filtered, the unfiltered rice mash. Yeah, and it's quite sweet. Is it naturally sweet? Yes, it is.
Yes, because rice itself has it's sweet sugar, not sugar, but it's sweet. So sweetness, it has sweetness. So.
Yeah, I had the first time I had amazake was in Rorokuji Temple in Yamaguchi.
Did they serve you hot or cold?
Sort of like room temperature.
Yeah. But now I think I had amazake with soda, and then it was quite like a yogurt, sparkling yogurt kind of drink. Yeah. Calpico.
More amusing to call it.
So now it's very popular among, I think, young ladies and females, consumers right now. So I think they kind of changed the work on that more of the flavorful, easy to drink kind of drink. So the amazake is very popular, I think, right now.
And you could just add alcohol if you need.
If you want.
So, what was yours like? What was the? We've tried ours. I tried mine. And I interrupted, unfortunately. Right, let's give it. Yes, give an assessment.
Is that Junmai?
I think so. It doesn't. Junmai Ginjo.
Junmai Ginjo.
Yes, and this one is. This is from Nagano. So they use the sake that is from also Nagano, and the taste is a little bit round, sweet side, not like a dry or crisp. So like a smooth, round, very soft taste, and
easy to drink.
Easy to drink, and it's from the glass, and it's straight. No, it's not from the tank, but I like this one because you can finish quickly, and they have
get the next one.
So it's fresh. It's very important.
I have one comment for the illustration. So the hat, Nagano is known for apples. So
I see. That's why.
So that the bear is wearing apples.
Yeah. See.
Cute.
Cute.
So yes, this is a thing. This is why I probably should not try these really old bottles of sake that have got little bits left in them. They've had it really.
You shouldn't. You should not do that.
Because this one I got. Any viewers out there who know YouTuber, give me a break, man. Give me a flake, man. He bought this for me in Nagoya from a little off license that is now closed down. I was going to visit him as a YouTuber, and he said, "Oh, Simon, let me buy you something." I got this. It's rather nice.
So
I got this. This is cheap sake. This is my cheap sake. The nomu nomu.
Nomu.
Yeah, nomu nomu.
Nomu.
Yeah.
Drink.
Please keep all sake in the refrigerator.
Oh right, okay.
Please.
Oh dear. These bottles have been stood here for a week in 26 degrees.
No, I mean once you open it, right?
Once you open it, it's all right. They're all right sealed to keep them in room temperature.
I mean, Junmai could.
Well, ideally, all sake should be in the refrigerator.
Ah.
I did it.
Please.
So, but yes, but you can drink it. You can drink it heated, but presumably it has to be kept in the refrigerator until you heat it. Then, yeah.
Yeah, so especially like a Junmai Ginjo or Daiginjo, Junmai Daiginjo, higher class level of sake, you have to put in the refrigerator.
Right.
And
Okay, I shall do that.
avoid all lights. So you can wrap up with a newspaper or any like papers to avoid all light. They don't like light or heat. So please.
Oh, well, they've been in the bag. They've been in a bag, but my living room, even in Belgium, gets to about 26, 27 degrees. So
Wow.
they're probably ruined. I'm probably pretty.
No, not ruined, but yeah, just I recommend.
Flavor have a little bit changed over the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to drive all the way back to Brussels to this ramen shop and buy some more.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So maybe you might want to buy like a small 300 milliliter size so that you can
afford
do
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sometimes it's good because you can finish with very fresh when you're fresh, and when you have a bigger bottle, once you open it, just put it in the refrigerator and finish up in maybe 1 or 2 weeks. If you need to just keep it tight and not.
I'm looking at vids of your mom. One or 2 weeks vids of your mom. That's never going to happen, is it? It's like 2 days.
2 days, even better.
Even
better. Yes.
So for Ginjo and Daiginjo class, the best drink chilled or room temperature. And the Junmai, you can enjoy room temperature and then
hot.
Warm
and
hot. Yes.
Oh, Cobra says she has an opened low-end sake I cook with in my cupboard. I better put that in the fridge, or you could just polish it off and get a fresh one.
Yes. Do you know what kind of sake it was? What kind of?
Yes, Cobra. What I mean, that could be interpreted in various ways, Cobra. You use it
like
while
a
you're cooking.
or Ginjo. I'm glad though your audience, drinks sakes. That's great.
Mindy's mom has a good question. I mean, I can probably answer it in terms of what it costs in Belgium, but she's saying, may she ask, what is the price range of sake from inexpensive to the most expensive? I think something like this, which was I bought this because it was cheap. This isn't even 20 centiliters. This is 180 milliliters. And this cost me about 10 euros for less than half a pint.
That's Ozeki, right?
Ozeki dry.
It's cheap because those breweries are huge. It's a mega company.
I think something like this that my friend bought me in this must have been about, I would say, about 50 euros, which is about 8,000 yen, something like that. But you can
good sake. Yeah.
Good sake.
Good sake.
So they do range in I mean in the States, what are we looking at for a Junmai Ginjo? How much does Bleed Me Dry cost? How much does that bottle cost, for example?
I'm just kidding. It's a premium sake, so it's very close to. I mean, around 100 or more, a little bit.
$100.
Dollars, yes.
More, yes.
There you are, Mindy's mom, and
But,
the little ones.
Yeah.
That Shino had.
Oh, this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one. It's not available in the States yet, but
No.
like this type sake, it's very cheap. Maybe less than $5.
Oh, right. $5, but that's for 20 centiliters. Yeah.
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 So it's very small size, and like Coco size, it's about 720 milliliters. And Junmai Ginjo, when you go to the supermarkets, maybe 25 to 50.
And that's for about 75 centiliters.
Yeah.
Sort of like a wine size. Yeah.
Yeah, wine size. Yes.
But very
So
popular, like Dasai 23 is going to be very expensive, right?
Yeah, over 80.
80. Good grief. Oh look, Shino's frozen.
Yeah, some of the aged one or some
The
of.
quote.
Sorry.
All right, you just froze for a second there, Shino.
Yeah, so about 80 over $80. And if you are not big fan of sake but you want to try something, we recommend to start with Junmai Ginjo. Yeah, because more fruity and it's easy to try, it's easy to drink. And like Coco mentioned earlier, if you like more like a whiskey person, maybe Junmai Ginjo too light. So maybe you can try Junmai, just Junmai. Yeah, it's more in a rich taste, richer taste. So, and if you like light and fruity and fragrant taste, you should go to Daiginjo, so you can get what you want.
Daiginjo.
So yes, you can replace all your previous alcoholic preferences just by
yes.
Sake does it all.
And then pairing food suggestion for Junmai is more very like a spiced, food or pizza.
Yes,
or one that will go very well with Junmai. And then Ginjo, what do you recommend? Besides Japanese food.
I would recommend like a fried chicken. It's also a good pairing. And like a carpaccio. Yeah, carpaccio. It's good too. Like something like with oil. You can.
Yes, I read that. The sort of like oily foods are good with Junmai.
Yeah, Junmai Ginjos too. And for Daiginjo, you can try with like grilled vegetables, seafood. It's also a good choice too.
Before the show, I was looking up, things, what people recommended, and there was one was squid entrails, the other was fish entrails, and then there was. And then there was something else like chicken entrails, and then sardines with cheese on, melted cheese on sardines.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think it's good too.
I have not got anything, so I'm just nothing to soak it up.
Next up.
What would be the typical dinner for you? Oh, Shino's gone.
It's Californian Wi-Fi. Get your act together. UFO Bob has trouble with it when he wanders about.
Oh, really?
Yes. He can get as far as the beach, and then he turns into a Minecraft character.
She's gone all of a sudden.
Come back, Shino.
So what is the typical dinner in your hometown? I mean, what do you guys eat?
Well, are you asking the audience or asking me?
If
you're asking me, what I get from the supermarket of an evening? No.
Do you guys eat
a typical Belgian?
What is it? The rice? The fish or meat?
It's mostly meat. It's stoofvlees met frieten, which is basically stew with French fries. And
that's good.
And then you have paling in het groen, which is eel in sort of a green jelly. It's disgusting.
I love eel, but I never eat it that way.
These are sort of typical. This is not what I have. I mean, if you go out to a restaurant, you can get these things, and you can get decent. Belgian restaurant food is pretty good. The only problem with eating out in Belgium, it takes about 8 hours if you're used to going to a restaurant, ordering, getting served, eating, having a nice time eating, and then going, be prepared if you come to Belgium that this will take 8 hours.
That's how I experienced when I went to France, and then one dinner is taking so long.
Yeah, so it's like, come on,
Oh my gosh! But that's good that they enjoy the quality
yes, they're
of
very
life,
sort of
right?
Burgundian. Is there any way to message Shino to see if she's all right?
I mean, maybe does she try to come on, or can you see?
I haven't seen her come back. Can you message her?
Oh, let me see.
Direct message, say come back. Although actually, the show
is we finished? Not yet. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, technically we should be finished, but I mean, I'm having a good time. So
yeah, we should, but Shino should be. We are waiting for you. Okay.
Unless she has things to do, of course. I mean, she's the CEO.
She says she's no longer. I mean, she can't join.
Click the link again. No, can she click the link already?
Really?
Yeah, I can click copy the link and send it to your Instagram again.
Oh wow! Shino, come back.
Oh, did it not work from your Instagram that time? Or did it work?
I mean, hold on 1 second.
Oh, you can again. I'll just click the link again.
Oh,
try this again. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're having technical issues due to Californian Wi-Fi.
Oh no, that could be a. I hope she.
Or if it's not working, can you email her it?
Yes, I've been communicating with Line.
Line, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure it'll work.
That's very popular in Japan.
Oh, it still is fun at last. We haven't finished yet. We're trying to get Shino back.
I know, we need Shino. Shino, come back. Yes, Bob said, we miss you, Shino. No. I blame the
Well, I've still got a bottle to try. There, she's back. She's back. Hooray!
Hey!
We miss you, Shino.
Yes. Yes. We're on our third bottle now.
It's just disappears. So I thought the show was over.
UFO Bob is asking how hammered I am. I shall know in the morning.
So Simon and I cannot be functional without you, Shino.
Yes, yeah. You're holding up better than the rest.
I can tell.
The last time I did a show with Sake, it was deliberately to get hammered. It was with Tokyo Drew. No, it wasn't with Tokyo Drew. We did have Sake, but I think won't be it. But it was with Aussie 78 or Aussie Awesome as he's now known, and we did. There was a show called Hot Ones, and we did hot shots. So people asked us a question. If you got the question wrong, you had to drink a shot. So it got quite interesting towards the end.
We don't do that.
I don't do this every show. I mean, sometimes I just have a couple of glasses of wine, and that's it. So,
but it's been great, though. We had so much fun.
Well, this is it. Now you know the format and what you have to do to do live streaming. You just have to have a bottle of sake under the table. Go down with a quick.
We couldn't do it without alcohol.
So yes, when will be the Japanese Sake Sisters' first live stream?
I don't know. Are we ready? I don't know.
I've had about 6 or 7 glasses, alas. And I was going to try this one because it's not been in the fridge. But
you started as a live streaming, right?
I started live streaming.
Yes.
Well, yes. I like I was saying, I was following Comical Rainish, who is called, or she is called. She's still active. This Japanese woman from Canada. and yes, I started my channel. I had already had a YouTube channel, but that was just to be able to watch videos. I wasn't making any videos. And like I said, because I went on her show and I got interested in doing that, first thing I did was first thing I think was a video before I went on the live stream. I made a video because everybody was saying, Simon, make a video, Simon, make a video. So I made a video. And then I went on the live stream, and basically live streaming took over from video making, and I've not stopped since, which is like 8 years.
See, you're a natural at it. You're good at it. So
yeah, this helps a little bit, you know.
Because when we started, making the video, Shino is more, I think, serious than me. So, and then she's all proper.
Yes,
so
I'm curious about that.
We started getting loose up a little bit, but live streaming was still like harder, right? Because we took so many takes in the same.
With live streaming, yes. I mean, you just got to go. You just got to roll with it. And if you have technical issues like we just had there before, I mean, it's just part of the fun, really. You can't edit it out. Well, you can if you then make a podcast of it or something. You can edit out all the,
because we feel comfortable because we have you, and you are very natural at it. So you take the lead, and we can go.
Okay.
No, Hiroko-san, since she's a producer, she's very, very strict. She's very hard on me. She's like, she has scripts.
It has to be like this, the lighting has to be correct. The sound has to be correct.
Take two.
She's so proper. She's more Japanese than I am, so she goes.
No.
You gotta loosen up,
No, Hiroko-san is different. Her mind is a producer. She's like, no, she don't take one, take two. We should do this. We should do more.
Oh, this is going to be interesting when you do a live stream. You have to be spontaneous, like UFO Bob saying, just to be yourself. So yes.
But someday, we like to hold the event, sake, like a fest or sake event.
Well, then you have to be a little bit, more precise, just a little bit,
right?
But we could do that. That's why we started the YouTube channel. But I think sake fest, but there's no sake event targeting the mainstream. Is not so many of them out there. Because that, more geared toward Asian or Japanese American market, but that's what we like to do in the future, so that we can, invite all people who never had, sake before to experience and have fun. So
yes, one of your videos, there's 3 people who you test sake out on and ask them to do it, and there was an American chap who was a sake expert who you had on a couple of times. I can't remember that. That's one. Yeah. I mean, get him on the live stream. There you go. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, he can talk, and he's like a college professor about sake. So you go,
yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, we love it. Yes. So
another round of sake for everyone. Well, I've got this one. We shall round up with this last one. Have you ever got any others, or are you just going to go with?
Oh, you're going to try that one?
I'm going to try this one.
Yeah.
So how did you like about nigori? And I haven't tasted them before, so I want to know.
Yeah, most of the nigori is I would say like a sweet side, but this one. It's not a sweet. So personally, I don't like sweet liquor, but this one is not dry, but more like a sharp, and I would say like a little bit like a sour, like yogurt type.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I like this. Like I love all types of alcohol, but I don't like sweet ones. So this one is good for me.
So it's kind of like a little bit different from typical nigori.
Yeah, most nigo is more sweet, very sweet. So,
All right.
yeah. So this one is more, sour, and the taste of sweet of rice. So like balance is good for me.
All right, we've got a new viewer. Well, a viewer who's probably been there that didn't know. Betty Tedford. Hello, Betty Tedford. Thank you for joining us. She says it'll be exciting.
My sister-in-law. Oh my gosh.
Oh, right.
Betty.
Family.
Oh my gosh.
This is a family
She's
show.
the best.
It's a family show. I better be on my best
Sorry,
behavior.
I'm
Sorry.
already having a good time with Simon and Shino. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to smell this because Cobra says to smell it.
Yeah.
This cheese.
Cheese?
I get a sort of slight cheese smell.
Cheese. Okay.
Cheese. How old is it?
That's the first thing. People say like chocolate and coffee and pineapple and
Yeah.
No, I got cheese.
You got cheese.
I never smelled sake like cheese before. But...
This is family friendly, Bob. Yes, it's a good job. Nobody goes back and looks back at the Three Old Dudes show because that's not family friendly at all.
What? I mean, how does it taste like?
Ooh.
What does it taste like?
Ooh. Kind of. You know when you said you put water in to reduce reduce the alcohol content, it kind of feels like slightly watered down sake. Having done the junmai. Yeah, it certainly feels like. I mean, it's had brewer's alcohol added, and it's had acidulant added to make it less sweet. I don't know, but but it doesn't taste as full. It doesn't taste as full bodied as the junmai or even this dry. Yeah, I'm not. No. This is cooking sake.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yes. So you shouldn't drink it.
No, this is one for Cobra.
Yeah, I wish you could taste this. This is so good, and it's gonna open your eyes. It's so different.
Oh, Peppo's got to go. My friend Peppo from Holland. Right, bye, Peppo.
Thank you for watching. Thank you.
Yeah, so my friend Not That Much Des from Frankfurt, he said it was too late for me. He left a comment earlier that he's out drinking with friends, but I'm here drinking with friends and everybody, so it's good.
So I guess we have. So I think we have. Should we? So you're going to be your bedtime too soon?
I've got about another 2 hours to go yet, but yes. But the show is coming to a natural end.
Yes.
We've and you have probably got the rest of the day to go, and may need to.
I don't know if I'm functional.
Freshen up a little bit.
I will try.
Okay.
But thank you. It was so fun.
Yes, and thank you for. I really enjoyed this. Not only because of the sake, but meeting you guys, and hopefully we can meet up again at some point. Yeah. And if you do a live stream and you're in need of a guest to experiment on,
we will. We'll call you. Thank you. Yeah. That was great.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, good. I hope I've let you into the world of live streaming, and that it's not scary at all.
It was scary, but because of you, it was so natural. Thank you, and thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you.
Okay, so go. I've left it in the description of the advert. I haven't put it in because we'll only just upload once it's finished. But in the advert are links to all of the Sake Sisters social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Go and subscribe if you want to see videos about sake. And next week we'll be on a virtual train ride on the Yamanote line, courtesy of Nosh Abroad, who was on the show last month from San Francisco. He has a train ride game, a virtual train ride game. And we will be doing that and possibly drinking as well on the way from station to station in Tokyo. So that's all for next week. But for this week, thank you very much for watching, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for your love to Japan too, Simon.
Okay, you're
I
welcome.
really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye, and see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.